Hello everybody and welcome to America. I'm gonna skew off the topic of the Mack trucks for a minute today and talk about woodworking, specifically screwing wood so it doesn't split, because nobody likes when your wood splits while you're screwing, am I right? So I'm gonna show you my method here that is taught to me by some of the older, wiser, better looking carpenters I used to work with back in the day. Hats off to Jimmy C, Industrial Arts. So I'll show you what I got going on.
So I'm putting together this wood here. I'm making it's called a toddler tower. It's like a step stool for kids for my son. And so I'm screwing it together because screws always suck tighter than nails. But this is just real cheap pine, 1x6 that I cut and ripped to the necessary dimensions for the project at hand. And I watch a lot of guys in my short time here on earth that get in a hurry and just want to ramrod screws in, and then the wood splits out. So I wanted to take some time and try and be American about it, and hopefully this thing won't go to HE double hockey sticks. So what I did, for starters, I put the screws this way. 2 screws on a diagonal probably would have worked. I'd have rather gone with 3. I did it this way because by putting these 2 screws closer to the end, anytime you're closer to the end grain, the closer you get, the more likely it is to split. So I put the 2 screws there because less of a chance of it splitting. And all the screws that I'm putting in, I'm pre-drilling with a pilot hole and a countersink. So that helps the screw heads fit flush so you can run your finger across, it doesn't sit on top. If this was like a 2x4 in some type of a framing situation, you could just ramrod them in and they will suck down. But again, when that tapered head is like a wedge, that gets in there and all the wood grain is going parallel like a bunch of straws, and that's going to cause it to want to split. So you want to remove some material so it has a spot for the screw to go, but you don't want to move too much because then it won't be tight. They make a handy tool for that does it all in one shot. This is it's a small drill bit. There's a set screw in here. You can adjust it more or less for a deeper or shallower cut, and then it has the countersink built into it. Back in the day, which according to Dane Cook was a Wednesday, you would drill a hole and then you'd use a separate countersink, but these things have been around for a while. I think this is a Stanley. So basically, if you're going to screw your wood and you don't want your wood to split, pre-drill it first, stay away from the end grain whenever possible, and don't go crazy with over-tightening things. And the last trick that I'm not using here because I haven't needed it yet, but if you have,
screws, if you were dealing with some type of like a hardwood, oak or maple or something in like a fine carpentry type deal, which I would not call this, you can either run the screws into a bar of like Irish Spring soap, some type of bar soap, or if there's a plumber on the job, you could take a wax ring for a toilet and dip the screws in there. That adds a little bit of a lubricant so that the threads slide in better, makes it less likely for them, again, to want to split or strip out or not suck up tight. So that's what I got for today. Most of you guys that watch this channel aren't maybe not so much into the wood, but hopefully somebody finds this and it helps them with a project. So until next time, stay American and don't split your wood.